is stuck. And that there is one big chunk of ice. You'd like to have that in your martini. Do you make martinis with ice? I don't even know. Another big chunk of ice. I'm out on the ice. I've been way out there. There's no light. This is my flashlight here, my lamp. And here, I'm going to stand up here. That's the shoreline. Came in a little bit. I'm probably about a half mile out now. Maybe a little excess. That's the shoreline. This lake is frozen. It's probably a good 19 inches right here. I went further out. I can hear a lot of cracking, but the wind is coming from pushing on shore. And that's making the ice crack a little bit. That way, pushing this ice sometimes. It gets windy enough, you just see the ice just explode. Earthquake happens, the ice just shoots right up and makes a big fissure. It's really cool. And maybe I could get some videos of that later on. If we get some really cold weather and some really windy days, I'll be out here. But I couldn't wait to get out here. I couldn't do any ice fishing today. I had errands to run, jobs to apply for, which is not much luck. I mean, I'm 50 years old. It just costs too much money to hire somebody that's older. I mean, when they look, they not look at your education and they look at your experience and things like that, but they also look at your age. I think that's one of the first things they look at, because it costs more money to hire somebody that potentially may have health problems sooner than somebody that's 35 or even 30 or 25 years old. Those people aren't going to need prescriptions, or they're not going to have knee problems or heart problems or prostrate problems. And these things start happening when you hit your 50s. So a lot of people, that's why 70% of the unemployed folks that have went over 99 weeks, 70%, and I think it's probably more like 75%, 80%, are over 50. These are people that maybe they don't, like me, not a great education, a lot of experience, a lot of remote experience. I don't know about that. But you know something? It doesn't matter, because once they see that age, they're going to say, well, we could train somebody to say 35 or 30 or 25, and pretty soon they would have his experience. And nowadays, mostly companies, they don't care about the experience as much as they just care about making money. And if a person doesn't do a good job, they don't give a shit, man. I mean, the jobs, the tradesmen I see nowadays, there's good ones, there's not making a few bucks. They don't know what they're doing. But that's my unemployment news here. It's really bad still in Michigan. A couple more suicides today up here close by in the metro area. Of course, they don't only the ones that are spectacular, they go out with the people, committing suicide, murdering their family, and making a big thing. If it's not in the news and nobody's pressing it, they don't put it there. But I just want to say one thing about a little bit of religion that a Republican, really good Republican friend of mine keeps telling me. He says, because he knows I read the Bible and he knows I researched a lot of things in the history and that has to do with the biblical prophecies. I try to tie things together in puzzles. I just don't rely on one source of information. And with the internet at our fingertips, this is all the shoreline. I'm just panning around here. Can't see a whole lot. It's dark. There's no stars. But I do a lot of research with a lot of different information, and with the internet at our fingertips, man, you guys, anybody that doesn't is just an idiot. If you're sitting in front of, and if you know everything about the Jersey Shore guys or Dancing with the Stars or these vampire shows on television now, man, you're not spending your time wisely. And that's what I have to say about that. My Republican friend says, well, the unemployed, which we're going to be the new pariah, the new scourge of the economy, the people that just won't fit in. They won't. Everybody's thinking positive, and you got to think positive and get this "I'm going to do it" attitude. But if there's people that don't have it, well, you know what? You're going to end up in a FEMA camp, because we can't have you out there unless you got this "I'm going to do it" attitude. Because you're not with us. You're not part of the crowd. You're not part of the in crowd. And the in crowd it was always been the people, the hall monitors, and the president of the yearbook club, and the teachers' helpers, and the sons and daughters of the teachers and the principals, and they're the people that are the in crowd. They're the people that we hated in high school. We hate them because now they're the politicians that when they get off the airplanes, they roll out the red carpet, they strike up the band, these things. Shit doesn't stink. 1 out of 5 in Congress are worth over. Congress and the Senate, all 536 up there on the hill, are worth over $10 million. 1 out of 5. Now, do you think they have your best interest at heart? And probably the rest of them are just regular millionaires or something. I don't know. But my Republican friend says, hey, the Bible says if you're lazy, you shouldn't eat. If you don't work, you shouldn't eat. Well, I said, you know something? You have to. Once again, they take things out of context to suit their own, justify their own self-serving needs. The thing is, it does say that, but it doesn't say that in that context. I said, well, it also says in that same chapter in Romans, it says you should take care of the elderly and take care of widows and take care of children, and you should pay your employees a fair wage so they can make it. The employees have a duty to work a full 8 hours or full workload and not cheat their employers. And you should take care of the people that can't do it in society, and we should all share the burden of when the times are bad. And the thing is, that's what that chapter says, and they don't mention that part of it. They just mention the part where if you don't work, you don't eat. You know, that's all they mention, you know. And the thing is, I just get tired of that, people taking this shit out of context and then trying to justify it for their own needs, and that's what they do. The Republicans are all the same. Well, the Democrats are all the same. They're all the fucking same. I don't trust any of them. And it's not going to get any better. The unemployed people, you guys, we will be the new pariah of this society. We're going to be the new people that everybody hates. You got to have a target. You got to have somebody to hate and somebody to love. Who do we love? We love Snooki. We love the fucking dancing with the fucking stars. You know, we love these fucking idiotic fucking politicians. They just paste all over the tube. Which you shouldn't be watching the tube anyway. If you didn't watch the tube, you wouldn't fucking know anything about it. And all their personal lives, and you become involved like it's your life. And it's just ridiculous. We don't need people like that. Okay, Thomas Jefferson. And when we have a government, when we have people who fear the government, we have tyranny. When the people fear the government, we have tyranny. When the government fears the people, we have liberty. You know, what is so fucking hard about that to understand? You know, we don't need to be ruled by a bunch of jackknife-booted fucking thugs with cameras everywhere. You saw the camera earlier today. These damn cameras are everywhere. They're spying. They're in the sky, right there in the middle of the park. Hey, looky, a nice camera. It's just a nice camera, isn't it, buddy? It's just for their own good, your own protection. Keep those Talibans away from us here, out on the lake. I mean, you know, hey, listen, the Taliban wouldn't want to be here on this frozen lake. Man, these guys don't have clothes or shoes, man. Anyway. Just a little ranting here, out in the lake. I'm frozen here. I guess I'll go back in. I really feel like walking a little bit, so maybe I'll do that. Get out, enjoy life, some raw, unprocessed information that your senses crave. Your senses crave this stuff, man. It just makes you feel great. And you see these people out here, that's why they're out here. That's why those people are in the woods. That's why people hunt, man. Because it's like an addiction. Once you start feeling this and this nature and this unprocessed information, your senses just crave it. And they want it. They want it all the time. And you sleep good. You feel good, your skin's good, your heart's good, and it's all good, man. And life is short. Enjoy it. Duck out.